Welcome to my YouTube channel, everyone. Today's story is not just about money, not just about technology, and not just about rockets or electric cars. It is about vision, sacrifice, and unstoppable belief. Today, we are going to explore the journey of a man who was once ignored, laughed at, doubted, and called unrealistic, but who later became one of the most powerful innovators in modern history. This is the story of Elon Musk, a man who went from sleeping on the office floor to changing the future of the entire world, and I want all of you listening to stay with me until the end, because this story might completely change how you see your own struggles and dreams. Elon Musk is one of the most talked about and influential innovators of the modern world, known for reshaping entire industries through Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, The Boring Company, and But before becoming a global icon, his life was filled with loneliness, rejection, extreme risk, and painful failure. He was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, where he grew up as a quiet, introverted, and deeply curious child who often felt like he didn't fit in anywhere. He was badly bullied in school, to the point where he was once beaten so severely that he had to be hospitalized. And that harsh reality pushed him deeper into books, science fiction, and computers, where his mind began to build a different future. By the age of 12, he had already taught himself how to code and created a simple video game called Black, which he sold for around $500, showing the earliest sign of a mind that refused to live an ordinary life. At 17, he left South Africa on his own to avoid military service and to pursue bigger opportunities. First, moving to Canada, where he worked difficult, low-paying jobs, and then to the United States, where he attended the University of Pennsylvania to study physics and economics. Later, he was accepted into a PhD program at Stanford University. But after only 2 days, he made the bold decision to drop out because he believed the internet was about to change the world. And he didn't want to watch history happen from a classroom. He wanted to create history himself. In 1995, he and his brother started their first company. Zip2 in a tiny office with almost no money, and for a long time, there was no comfort in his life as he slept on the office floor, showered at a local gym, coded every day and night, and walked from one business to another trying to convince them to use his software. While most people refused, investors said no, and failure seemed closer than success. After years of struggle, Zip2 was finally sold in 1999 for $307 million, giving Elon $22 million as his share, an amount that would have been enough for a lifetime for most people. But he was not driven by comfort, he was driven by impact. He then invested his money into an online payment system that later became PayPal. And although he was removed as CEO while he was on his honeymoon, the company was later sold for $1.5 billion, earning him around $180 million. Instead of settling down and enjoying a luxury life, he made what many considered the craziest decision of his career: to invest nearly all of his money into two industries that experts thought would fail: electric vehicles and space exploration. He founded SpaceX with the goal of making humanity a multi-planetary species and joined Tesla to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. By 2008, both companies were on the edge of collapse. 3 SpaceX rocket launchers had failed. Tesla was only weeks away from bankruptcy. Investors disappeared, and he was personally borrowing money just to pay rent, facing moments where he had to choose between food and fueling his car. The media mocked him, critics called him delusional, and many people believed his dreams were nothing more than fantasy. But he refused to quit working extreme hours, sleeping in factories, pushing forward when logic said stop. And then finally, on the 4th attempt, a SpaceX rocket successfully reached orbit, changing everything overnight. Shortly after that, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract, saving the company while Tesla released the Model S, proving to the world that electric cars could be powerful, beautiful, and revolutionary. In the years that followed, SpaceX built reusable rockets, landed them back on Earth, sent astronauts into space, and created the most powerful rocket system ever designed, while Tesla became the most valuable car company in the world, forcing entire governments and big corporations to rethink energy and transportation. The same man who was once bullied, rejected, and called insane had now reshaped the future of humanity itself. And his story proves to all of us listening that success does not come from an easy life. It comes from refusing to give up, even when the whole world tells you that you should. And as this story comes to an end, remember something important. Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk was not given a perfect life, a perfect start, or perfect support. But what he did have was an unbreakable mindset, a massive vision, and the courage to keep moving forward when everyone else stepped back. And that is what truly changed the world. Big dreams will always attract big doubt. Failure is proof that you are trying, not that you are finished. You don't need permission to become great. Stay focused when others laugh. Stay consistent when others quit, because the future belongs to those who refuse to give up on it.